Welcome to Tottenham Hotspur's Road to Victory 1991. We'll be taking you every step of the way as Spurs follow the trail to Wembley. All the goals, all the thrills of their epic journey to glory. But the glory road for Tottenham could hardly have started in less auspicious circumstances, as Gazza, making his first cup appearance for Spurs, and the squad boarded the team bus outside a blustery Blackpool seaside hotel, little did they realise they were about to embark on the most dramatic trail in the famous club's history. On that January afternoon, though, all the signs pointed to yet another early cup exit. In his 4 years in charge at White Hart Lane, Terry Venables' cup record was poor, only getting beyond the third round once. Now his team was on Pat van den Houw and Naheem, with Terry Fenwick starting a game for the first time in a year, and untried Justin Edinburgh at fullback. The FA Cup, though, was all about surprises and drama, as Spurs' faithful supporters were about to find out.
And Blackpool, in their familiar tangerine shirts, start this third-round FA Cup tie. Team currently 16th in Division 4 against a Tottenham side 6th in Division 1. But recent form over Christmas certainly favours Blackpool as the informed side. Only one defeat in their last 8 games. Gascoigne beat the first man, not the second, but Tottenham still in possession. Samways, intended for Stewart. Bamba. Big, tall, lanky figure. Didn't realise he was playing when he turned up at 2 o'clock. Had to send for his boots. Knocked in by Davis. Oh, and the bounce beat them. Bamba. Well, there's an early indication of how tricky it's going to be. Bounce completely deceived Gary Mabbott. And he slipped as well. Sinclair's header. The touch has got to be good on those balls back to the keeper. Blackpool's instruction to their groundsman before today was, don't make it too flat a surface. We won't complain if it's bumpy. Oh, that was a poor header by Wright. And that's given away a corner, and it might have been worse once the 5'4" looked a handicap. Alan Wright didn't get tall enough. Hit off the back of his head. 5 minutes to go to half-time. Gascoigne. Inside Rodwell. And another corner. What a difference there is there. Last season, Tony Rodwell was playing non-league football with Cone Dynamo. Today he's tackling Paul Gascoigne. £2 million world star. Gascoigne's corner. Rodwell kept it in play, did he? No. Tottenham have taken it quickly. Gascoigne. It's Davis who's gone across that side. And that's the Blackpool ball. Difficult days for Paul Gascoigne. Sent off in that New Year's Day fixture against Manchester United. And there hasn't been too much in the first half to warm Tottenham from the inside. But Billy Eyre, Blackpool manager, will be all fired up in the dressing room. I'm sure he'll be happier than Terry Venables with what he's seen. And there's the famous Blackpool Tower, looking down on another cup upset. Doug Livermore and Terry Venables there, certainly wouldn't want it to be so. Still 0-0. Garner trying to burst his way through. This is Bamba. Back to Sinclair. Davis. Oh, and it's holding up in the wind again. And Rodwell got a foot to it. Well, the crowd on this side are on their feet applauding what they thought was a goal. The ball held up in the wind. Tony Rodwell stuck out a boot and got a butt to it. Now, where did it finish up? Well, it did go in the net, but a foul had been given against Rodwell. Briggs is watching it. Lineker's behind him. McIlhargey came off his line. Against his old club. And what an unfortunate incident in Blackpool's defence. They've only got just over 3,000 supporters here at Tottenham, which is why that goal is greeted with almost silence. Knocked in by Gascoigne. The defenders missed it. Lineker got a touch. Stewart hit it first time, left-footed. McIlhargey couldn't keep it out. Stewart's 8th goal of the season. You do get the feeling that Blackpool are capable of scoring here. They've certainly shown that in the second half. Sinclair. And Edinburgh kept it in play and then very foolishly conceded a corner, and that was the action of an inexperienced player. He'd done well to win the ball off Sinclair. Stewart, the goal scorer, now back to defend, and Tottenham have everybody back in their own penalty area. Sinclair with the corner. Oh, that's hanging dangerously. Garner. Rodwell! But the whistle had gone, and for the second time, Tony Rodwell is denied a goal. And captain Andy Garner, who'd gone across, and Philip Wright indicating that it was for handball, I think, against Garner. Look how teasing that ball is, hanging on the wind. Did Garner control it with his arm? The referee blew immediately, certainly before Rodwell had headed it in. Again, the kick from Forsfeld has gone straight out of play and put Blackpool back in possession. Groves. Rodwell will chase, and he'll catch it. Fenwick's behind him. Done well again, Tony Rodwell. Claims for handball against Moran. And the final whistle goes, and Tottenham are through to the 4th round.
1-0 to Spurs, Paul Stewart's goal enough. Hardly a classic performance, but a battling and very determined display that showed a new steel in their armoury. Would, though, that toughness be enough for the challenges that lay ahead, both on and off the field? January the 26th, White Hart Lane. Over 30,000 fans await the clash with Oxford United. A match that's being played against a background of boardroom unrest at Tottenham. The question everyone was asking, would talk of behind-the-scenes hassles upset Venables and his team? Gazza might have sported a new hairstyle, but he and the team are about to answer in the most emphatic way possible, with a performance full of classic qualities worthy of some of the great Spurs teams of old.
Well, it may sound an exaggeration to say that this is one of the most important matches in Spurs' recent history. It's Oxford in all red, by the way. But after all the rumblings and rumours behind the scenes this week at White Hart Lane, it's vital they win this to keep their season alive. It's Paul Allen on the ball, defending to Mabbott. And Oxford, if they play like they played at Chelsea, will be no pushover. This is Walsh. And the tackle was by the left-back, Gary Smart, wearing number 3. Paul Stewart in midfield, number 7 for Spurs. Forward by Fenwick towards Walsh. It was Foyle. This is Gascoigne. Lineker. And Vandenhauwe couldn't reach it. It's Nogan playing on the right side of midfield at the start. matter of Nogan, but not of Foster. Phillips came off Gascoigne. Forward by Howes, it was Andrew Melville who miskicked. Lineker's in behind him here. Corner to Spurs. Well, Walsh has placed the ball for the corner. Howes has come onto the 6-yard line. Mabbott's also up. It's been played back to Gascoigne. Nice touch back to him too by Lineker. Foster's there, Mabbott's there, Gary Mabbott! 1-0 Tottenham. Well, they look excited, but I think it's relief, because that's the sort of start that Spurs really needed. Gary Mabbott, the captain, gets the opening goal, and Terry Venables realises that that might just settle Tottenham down. 9 minutes. Only the second time that the Spurs skipper has scored this season, but it could be a most timely goal. We shall see. It's Allen now. Lineker, who really forced that corner in the first place. Fenwick to Gascoigne, to whom the ball was played initially. Well, Gary Mabbott always goes up for corners, and that fell really nicely for him off Foster, and he tucked it in the corner. Gascoigne's header, he's put Lineker in. Now can the England captain finish? Yes, he can. Emphatically so. In real Lineker style. And the England connection works for Spurs. It's Gascoigne and Lineker. And it's 2-0 in the 20th minute. And Spurs give themselves real breathing space in this cup tie. And Lineker, for whom they haven't been going in quite as regularly recently, will be really pleased with that. It's Gascoigne who wins the header. Lineker is played onside, I think, by Foster. Vasey starts to narrow the angle, and he drives that with power into the roof of the net. And good work by Gascoigne that. Got height on the jump, guided the ball through to Lineker. That's possibly the goalkeeper's view, and he had no real chance. Durnin. Robinson. Gascoigne again doing defensive duty. This is Melville for Oxford. Phillips. And Gascoigne now trying to get the ball from him. Good play by Phillips. Worked that beautifully. And he's found Martin Foyle. And there's a chance here for Oxford. And Foyle gets the ball in the net and gets it back to 2-1. And that was all about the work done by Les Phillips in midfield, giving Oxford the opening to get back into the game through Foyle. Half an hour gone. Phillips won the midfield battle there, without a doubt. Lovely through ball. Tottenham are caught terribly square, it has to be said. Round Torsvet, and nicely taken. Gascoigne finds Stewart, and there are 4 other Tottenham players forward here. This is Paul Allen. To his right is Naeem. Waiting for Terry Fenwick to go down the right. Back with Naeem again. Gascoigne. Taking them all on, Gascoigne. Oh, and Ken Vasey put an arm out and did well. But it was a scintillating run, and he threatened to tiptoe through the lot. Foster, oh, what a good clearance. Allen. Lineker on the bar. So close to 3-1. Stewart. And the first half ending with Spurs on the attack. Gascoigne. Lineker again, good ball. Allen. And Lineker's header dropped onto the crossbar in the last attack of the first half. Stewart. So we've got everybody back behind the ball. Fennick. Allen. Gascoigne takes over. The crowd were pleased about that. It was going nowhere, that attack, but it is now. Walsh, Gascoigne, it really is going somewhere now. It's a brilliant goal, and that's what he can do. And the crowd loved it. Gascoigne has turned an attack that was going into a cul-de-sac into one that may drive Tottenham down a main road into the 5th round of the Cup. It was an absolutely outstanding piece of individual play, and Venables can smile and he needs to say nothing. 58 minutes gone, and the ground lifted by Paul Gascoigne. It was as if they were inviting him to do something unexpected, and just look at what he did. He played the first ball into Walsh. He got the return. He went through the two centre-backs, so wide you thought he couldn't score, and then slid it in from an angle. David Axel has decided it's a free kick to Spurs on the edge of the area, which brings a rueful smile from Foster, who's seen it all, but he might see Gascoigne try something here. It's his territory, and Ken Vasey will know that. He's taken it early. No, he won't be allowed. He thinks so quickly, he's too quick for the referee. He's loving it. He was still getting the wall back, David Axel, and Gascoigne thought he would just show you where he might be putting it. What's he going to do this time? Off the heads. Simpson. Good running from the midfield here by Les Phillips. It's a great run, and he's found Boyle. An excellent goal by Oxford. And the same two players who made the first one possible have reproduced the act. Gascoigne. Steen gets a challenge in there. This is going to go right to the end, or is it? Fennick. Allen. Still Allen. Good run. He's found Gascoigne. Oh, terrific! That's the finish they wanted in more ways than one, the Spurs fans. Gascoigne has made it 4-2 and scored his second. In fact, he's had a hand in all four. Paul Allen gets some credit there too for opening up the way. And Tottenham now in the 87th minute really should feel they're home and dry. It was a bit nervous for a few minutes there at 3.
What a terrific cup tie. A goal apiece from the Garys, Mabbott and Lineker. And those two absolute gems from Paul Gascoigne meant both pleasure and relief as well for manager Terry Venables.
We're obviously pleased to get that 1-1 because the boys have been under pressure, and I thought they did well today. We got some good goals. Disappointed ones we're letting, as we said earlier, most managers say that, but they weren't good goals to give away. But nevertheless, it's a cup tie. They've beaten Chelsea in the earlier round, so they're obviously trying to be working hard to get through. They thought perhaps we were a bit under pressure, and I think they were right, really.
Portsmouth had scored 5 in each of the previous rounds. An injury to Terry Fennick while warming up and Paul Stewart suspended meant Spurs were facing a challenge even before the game at Fratton Park got underway.
Terry Holbrook from Wolverhampton is the referee, and there's a real cup-tie flavour about this one. 7,000 Tottenham supporters in an all-ticket capacity crowd of 26,000. Portsmouth in blue, playing from the left. Thomas, Lineker's there again, and somehow Portsmouth had scrambled that away. Vinnie Samways tried to finish it, and I think the referee may have given a free kick anyway, but Lineker has done just about everything except score. Free kick. Martin Cool. Well, Gascoigne looked for Thomas on the last one of these, whose height is quite useful in there today for Spurs. Mabbott's also gone forward now. Oh, I say. Aspinall. 4 others up with him here for Pompey. It's run on for Chamberlain. The Tottenham end stunned, but the rest of the ground celebrates with Mark Chamberlain. Portsmouth take the lead. 4 minutes before half-time. After having survived an awful lot of Tottenham pressure, the ball ran on to Mark Chamberlain, and what a good finish that was from the angle. Thomas for Tottenham. Outside right is Allen. Lineker and Samways in the middle. Allen shoots, good save, Gosney, Allen. Oh, and Gosney again. A double save by the Portsmouth goalkeeper. Gascoigne against Cool. Now Thomas. Gascoigne runs on. 2 to the right for Thomas as well. Allen is one of them. Here's Samways. Now it's Allen. Gascoigne. Yes! Spurs have equalised. And you don't need telling who scored that. Referee says to Gascoigne, don't prolong the celebrations with the fans, but just look how delighted they are. And just when the superstar was required to prove his status at a desperate time for Tottenham, he does just that. Coming in on Allen's cross, that's a great header. Another part of his game that's perhaps underrated. Allen with the cross, beautifully delivered by Paul Allen, and Gascoigne, well, that's classic. 1-1. Lineker, Gascoigne, he's got Allen to his right, it's Paul Allen with a great chance for Spurs, and he's missed it. And his face tells the story, because that should have been 2-1. And the tension showing on the face of Frank Burrows, whose side have stretched Tottenham, led for a while. Now it's 1-1. Forward by Vanden Hauwe, Gascoigne. It's still Gascoigne. It's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. It's 2-1. And the drama of the FA Cup shown up in the reaction of the Tottenham supporters to another memorable piece of skill from the player that everybody keeps talking about, and it won't stop now. Gascoigne did that all himself. He fooled the defenders and just rolled the shot past Gosney. Vanden Hauwe gets credit for the pass from the back. It went clean through the line of blue shirts, but there was still a bit for Gascoigne to do. It's just that he makes it look easy. 2-1 to Tottenham. And we're going into the 3rd minute of injury time, but it's all over now. And Spurs go through to the 6th round, thanks to another glittering show from Gascoigne.
Yes, 2 more goals from Gaza. Spurs through to the quarter-finals, where their opponents were the conquerors of Manchester City, Notts County. March the 10th, with the papers running stories every day on the turmoil at Tottenham, Gaza's medical condition, his possible departure to Italy, it was a great relief to actually have the game itself as the focus of attention.
I saw something off the ball there. It was Charlie Palmer on Naim, and then Gascoigne remonstrated with him. This is a shot from Thomas. Hits the post. Torsvet was scrambling. Dean Thomas hit it well, but Torsvet seemed deceived by it.
Well, that was amazing. You could see Dean Thomas was going to have the shot, and you thought, well, he's a bit optimistic from there. Look at the distance, but it's one of those that bounces in front of the goalkeeper, skims off the surface, and it hit the outside of the post.
Well, 5 minutes gone when that happened. Torsvet never touched it. It was fortunate for him that it struck the post and went away. So Notts County provide the first major incident of the afternoon. Certainly this sweeper system with which Neil Warnock has started will give Thomas and Palmer, the two nominal fullbacks, the chance to link up with the attack, which is exactly what Thomas did then. Here's Palmer. Draper. And Notts County in no way overawed by the occasion. Draper again. Gascoigne. Lund. Bartlett through the middle behind Gary Mabbott. That's the pace of Bartlett. Torsvet's in trouble again. Bartlett turns it in. Mabbott heads it out. And Spurs are rattled. Allen. Naim coming in from the left. It's still Paul Allen. He's going all the way. Allen shot. Well, I suppose there'll always be a love affair between Paul Allen and the FA Cup. Youngest man ever to play in the final when he was with West Ham. And here he is playing for Spurs and really opening up the Notts County defence here by himself. Naim. Gascoigne. Lineker moves towards him. Still Gascoigne. Lineker. Wide of him is Paul Allen. This is Thomas. Lineker, Thomas, no. Yates. Lineker! Cherry saves County, Allen. And Yates, the centre-half, again needs the goalkeeper's assistance. It's come out to Gascoigne. Vandenhouwe. And Naim on the far side will collect it. It didn't. Oh, it did. Well, he should have collected it. And I suppose also, Trevor, by his standards, Lineker should have scored. Yates and Short are both forward for the corner. Gascoigne's lost it on the edge of the area. O'Riordan. What a shot! What a fantastic goal! Don O'Riordan has hit that out of nothing, and to say the danger wasn't over is an understatement. Just look at the way it flew in. And Notts County from the second division have the effrontery to take the lead at White Hart Lane, and who can deny them the right? Here's Stewart. Good play. It's got Lineker waiting in the centre. Stewart's cross. Lineker. Naim. And Cherry holds on with defensive help. Short to Naim. Oh, it's got in off Short, I think, number 4. Naim will probably claim it. Spurs have equalised. It was Naim's shot, but I think it went in off number 4. Poor Craig Short. Naim makes room to drive it. And that, yes, it's in off the post as well. An agonising goal for Notts County, but a priceless one for Spurs. Off Short, off the post, and in the net. It's 1-1. And the usual Terry Venables double substitution, which the Tottenham fans have seen many times before. 2 off, 2 on. Mitchell Thomas and Naeem to lead the field. And to come on, Paul Walsh with the long hair. And with him, the midfield player, Vincent Samways. Mistake by Yates. Was it handball? It's Samways for Tottenham, and Vinny Samways has put the ball in the net. But was it hands against Paul Walsh first? I think it was hands first. It will not count. Spurs fans were hopeful, as was Samways. And a goal scorer who seems to know when the moment is right in the FA Cup. Sedgley got forward following the corner. It ran on to Gascoigne and he planted that with such precision that even Sherry could do nothing about it. Gascoigne, 2 against Oxford, 2 against Portsmouth, and now is it the winner against Notts County? Throw into Notts County, who may have 1 shot left in the locker as we go into stoppage time. Well, Notts County scored in the last seconds against Manchester City. Can they do it again at Tottenham? Short is forward, Yates is forward. There goes Short with Stewart. Gary Lund! I think it came off Gary Mabbott. But the referee has blown, and Tottenham Hotspur are through to the semi-finals of the FA Cup.
Despite carrying that injury, it was another glittering performance from Paul Gascoigne, and a gritty team effort too that left the Geordie delighted after the game.
I think they have a good run at the moment. I'm enjoying it. I mean, it couldn't have come at a better time for us. Lads battled well, you know, because at the moment I'm struggling a little bit. But I don't think I was struggling when it hit the back of the net. Like.
Well, that's 2 or 3 of the games in the Cup he's got us through with vital goals. I'm losing my voice a little bit out there. Hard to make yourself heard with the atmosphere like that, but no, he's done well. We all know he's struggling a little bit with his injury, but wish I could struggle like that.
And so to...
Oh, I bet even he can't believe it. Is there anything left from this man to surprise us? That was one of the finest free kicks that this stadium has ever seen. Seaman got his hands, couldn't hold. Spurs have the lead. Paul Gascoigne. Stewart. Enjoyed playing in midfield. Stewart, nice little touch from Gascoigne. Allen was onside, plenty forward. Mabbott trying to get there. Smith, it's gone in. Lineker got the final touch. Alan Smith was back in his own 6-yard area, but that was the flick that did it. There, put Allen away. Howes was forward, Mabbott was forward, Smith was back, Lineker with a little stub toe. Tottenham are 2 up. Samways, Lineker out to the left. Storming run being made down the middle, which helped by Edinburgh. Samways involved for the 2nd time. Edinburgh still forward. Samways. Well struck. Body all behind it by Seaman. Bowles. Limpar. Winterburn on the overlap, more promising. Campbell, Smith! Smith. Feel for offside, it's not. It's curled, Smith! He scored! Dixon's cross, Smith's head. And Arsenal have got what they desperately needed. A goal before half-time. It was a good cross. Wind, I suspect, held it up a little bit. Smith rose the highest, and Torsved, who was quite close to his line, found it beating him on his left side. Away we go on the second half. Arsenal attacking the goal to our left. And here's Winterburn. Neatness from Arsenal. Coming down to Winterburn, still Winterburn, it's over the top. Gascoigne, who really hasn't been involved in the second half, and I think the indications are that he won't be on for much longer. We've had an hour of the match, 2/3 of the contest, 3 goals, 2-1 in favour of Tottenham. Smith. And the substitution will now be made. Gascoigne, who has written his notes on this semi-final. The man who replaces him is Naeem. Merson. This is Allen. Lineker. Typical header falling away. Slight hesitancy. Good tackle by Edinburgh. Mabbotts fed it well. Naeem to the left. Samways ahead. And Lineker uses him by not using him. Good try, scored! And David Seaman will be very disappointed about that. It seemed to go through his fingers. Good break by Tottenham. Very, very good running by Samways that helped the opening. But I don't think David Seaman will be too happy. Look at the run he makes. And that gives a bit of space to Lineker to his right. But the shot seemed to go through the fingers.
Well, a poor, soft goal, but as you say, Vinny Samways, look at his run there, takes ball, Tony Adams dives in, Gary Lineker gets a yard away from him, stretches for the shot, and Seaman appeared to get both hands to it, went through his fingers, and I think that expression sums up what he thinks about it.
Corner is taken, and it's won by Campbell and turned away by Edinburgh.
When things are going for you, Eric Torsved came for the corner, missed it on that occasion. Campbell got the header, and it was knocked off the line. And another day, those sort of decisions will be costly.
Good bounce again, won by Thomas. Bold, Campbell, still Campbell. Oh, and he hit the woodwork! Merson, and it's just a whisker away. Cut out by Van den Hauwe, who played it well when Campbell came in for the challenge. Van den Hauwe again. On well by Lineker to Paul Allen. Paul Walsh is up as well. Arsenal outnumbered here. Allen! What an unfortunate ending from his point of view. Thomas, Groves. They're all calling for it forward. Groves again. Merson coming up round the back. Turning header by Edinburgh. One of the unsung players in the Tottenham side who's played so well.
And the skipper just put the ball away there. Gary Mabbott has played very well as well alongside Steve Sedgley.
And it's Sedgley sliding it across, and I think we're going to see a role for David Howells, which we'll pick up in just a moment. That was Parker, and this is Stewart. Now, as Nigel Clough went forward there for the first time, the man tracking him is number 5, David Howells, and that may be a Terry Venables' tactical ploy, but that's certainly a tough first challenge, to say the least. And Gascoigne walks away, and the player on the ground is Gary Parker. A longer one this time, and there is Sedgley, and Lineker was in there. It was hooked away by Chettle from behind the goalkeeper, and Sedgley has a shot. Well, Forest had men back there, and Mark Crossley was pleased about it, because the ball went behind him as Lineker tried to get in, and there was good cover. Chettle notably was there for Forest, as Lineker forced the ball past the keeper. Number 5, Chettle, clears. Cross by Vanden Hauwe, and that's floating a bit, and Crossley had his arms up, but the ball was already over before he made any contact. Glover. Oh, that's a good little ball. Gary Charles was well forward. There's an almost subdued feel about Wembley at the moment, as though the injury has taken the edge off everybody's anticipation and enjoyment. One hopes it'll only be temporary, but it was a shattering blow for Tottenham, and it may indeed have... as Lineker catches Chettle on the wrong side for a moment there. Following up here is Samways. That's Allen's touch, offside. Offside. Gary Lineker put the ball in the net, but the linesman on the near side is flagging. It won't stand. The Spurs fans thought they'd equalised, so did some of the players, but there was a flag, and it was up pretty sharpish too. This is Paul Allen who makes it possible. Now, well, if you're level, you're onside, and I thought when Allen actually played the ball, Lineker had a case for saying he was on. They need support, Tottenham here. Coming up here is Samways again, taking over the main role in midfield. Naeem hit Chettle. Samways hits Chettle again. Naeem. David Howells waiting in the area now as the cross comes in. Paul Allen. Stewart. Oh, it's a good ball to Lineker. A real opportunity here for Tottenham. Penalty. Now, what does the referee do about the goalkeeper? Lineker has been brought down by Crossley. Spurs have a penalty, but in the Football League this season, referees have been sending goalkeepers off if they call it a deliberate foul to prevent a goal-scoring opportunity. I don't think he should be sent off, because I think a penalty is a just enough punishment for an incident like that. And I hope the referee agrees with me. But Gary Lineker is the man who takes the Tottenham penalties, and now on his shoulders, shades here of the World Cup. And Crossley has saved it, and follows Dave Besant as a goalkeeper who saves a penalty in an FA Cup final. Extraordinary. Now Brian Clough just wipes his chin, and Lineker looks stunned. Spurs could certainly do with something before half-time here. They're leaving the long throw for Steve Sedgley. Howells is deep in the penalty area, coming to meet it. So too was Keane. That was Edinburgh, back to Sedgley. Lineker closing in. In the 110th FA Cup final, with lots to talk about. Managers and coaches and the royal guests all on their way back to their seats. Half away by Sedgley. Pearce is coming in with a header. Offside against Nigel Clough. No need to stop the game. Naeem got the ball across to Paul Allen, who really made inroads there. Lineker was one side of him, but Stewart was the other. And Stewart, coming in from the angle, drives that with great accuracy and venom past the right hand of Crossley and into the far corner. Here's Walsh. Lineker's waiting in the centre, but the ball never looked like reaching him. It was away by Walker. Walsh. Walker again. Corner. This could be the last opportunity either side has to settle it in 90 minutes. Naeem, with Lineker waiting on the line, has gone across to take a corner for which Mabbott comes striding forward for Spurs, which suggests it might be an outswinger. They've got Sedgley there too. Howells is in there. Oh, clawed away by Crossley.
I remember him scoring against Forest in the league, up at Forest with a similar type of header, but on that occasion it was a combination of Crossley and on the line I think it was Gary Parker who got it away, and certainly a goal then, and that would have been the cup for Spurs.
Instead, it's 30 minutes of extra time, quite a common occurrence in recent Wembley finals. Vanden Hauwe. Here comes Walsh. That's looping a bit. Hit the bar. Extraordinary. From Paul Walsh, who can't believe his luck. The goalkeeper's injured. But this was a real looper from the left side by Paul Walsh over Crossley against the crossbar, and the keeper hurt as he fell behind the line. Certainly he beat Gary Charles very well here in the air, Paul Walsh, and he wasn't quick enough backpedaling, was he, Mark Crossley? Corner to Spurs. And there it is. Tottenham Hotspur have won the FA Cup for a record 8th time, and Brian Clough has failed at his 34th attempt with Des Walker's own goal, unluckily for him, being decisive in extra time. And now Gary Mabbott, one of the finest ambassadors for the game, a captain who's overcome great personal difficulties with his diabetes. This surely his happiest moment in his 10 years as a Tottenham player. Spurs have won the FA Cup for a record 8th time.
An epic struggle. A team performance at Wembley worthy of any in the club's history. A triumph that will live in the memory forever. That's the story of Tottenham Hotspur's road to victory 1991.